Good morning, I'm Lisa Roberts and I'm the Deputy Vice-Chancellor for Research and Innovation here at the university. Even though I can't make it any less cold outside for you, I'd really like to extend a very warm welcome in here to the University of Leeds. And it gives me real pleasure to welcome everyone today to the university. That's our own members of staff, but also other colleagues from other universities, voluntary organisations, policymakers and practitioners. Welcome. I'm delighted to have been asked to open today's conference, which is being hosted by the Inequalities Research Network and is also part of the ESRC Festival of Social Science. Today's conference has the theme Tackling Inequalities, Linking Voices for Social Justice. I think we only need to look around us in our everyday lives, open a newspaper, look on the internet, look at news programmes to see many examples of social inequality, whether they be financial, health, racial, gender, religious, or combinations of all of those. These issues are often multifactorial, and we therefore need multidisciplinary approaches to try and tackle them. We're very proud at Leeds to host the Inequalities Research Network, which provides such an opportunity for different disciplines and partners to come together to identify and work on some of these current challenges. The network is hosted and supported by the Leeds Social Sciences Institute. And the Institute, as many of you know, is a large and vibrant institute that enhances and supports the social sciences at Leeds. The Institute is also one of our 4 university-wide cross-disciplinary research platforms. At Leeds, we have 7 interdisciplinary research themes and 4 of those research platforms that are really our vehicles to try and address some of the big societal grand challenges. And as part of the university's strategic plan, we've set out our stall to support and promote those themes and platforms, to deliver research excellence, of course, but also research that has real impact in society, both nationally and internationally. And clearly, inequality in its many forms is a global societal challenge. By bringing those working in the arts, business, education, social sciences, law, environment, medicine and health and performance together, creates a rich environment in which to undertake research that can help set the political agenda and address some of the most unfair social problems that we face. Today's conference looks excellent and will combine keynote seminars with panels of academics and non-academics, debates and thematic breakout sessions to explore how social science and other research can inform and influence future policy and practice. As I mentioned before, the conference is also part of the ESRC Festival of Social Science, the 14th festival, each one having been a celebration of the social sciences, and I've no doubt that today will prove to be as successful as those previous events. Finally, we hope that today's event will help to raise the national profile of the Leeds network, which currently involves University of Leeds academics, as well as representatives from Citizens UK, Men's UK, and Leeds City Council. So once again, on behalf of the University of Leeds, may I welcome you and wish you an extremely successful and enjoyable conference. And I'd now like to hand over to Dr. Ghazala Mir from the Leeds Social Sciences Institute. Thank you.
All right, so I'd just like to, on behalf of the Inequalities Research Network Steering Group, echo Lisa's welcome and say how pleased I am and really feel very privileged to be part of this event today, where we have such a wonderful mix of speakers and delegates and such a vast experience and expertise in the room. I'm really looking forward to a very inspiring day ahead. I'm going to give a brief introduction to the Inequalities Research Network and say something about what I hope we can all achieve from the conference today. From the programme, you'll see we have various keynote speakers in the morning and breakout sessions in the afternoon where we get a chance to talk more about the issues that have been raised and issues that people from other parts of this kind of, doing other kind of work in this area will also raise for discussion. In terms of the network itself, the aims of the network have really been developed from a recognition that researching inequalities from within particular disciplines or organisational perspectives ends up fragmenting the experience of people from socially excluded groups, rather than reflecting how they actually experience inequality. Social exclusion is experienced in multiple settings and in simultaneous ways across different social settings and different disciplinary areas, and we felt that research needs to really reflect and address that complexity. What we want the network to do is provide an infrastructure that will support collaboration, learning and social change across different sectors and disciplines and create a momentum during that process. We want the network to be able to help people develop new insights into the dynamics of inequalities from a multidisciplinary, multisectoral approach to explore common mechanisms that create inequality, as well as the potential solutions that might work across different sectors and across different population groups. We're hoping that the network will encourage and support people to develop research questions and strategies that are meaningful across disciplines and sectors and that address these multiple intersectional aspects of exclusion. If we look at the kind of areas that are currently addressed within the network, you can see that some of the breadth and extent of inequalities in society are reflected within the people who are currently members. They're interested in a wide range of populations that experience inequality, and they come from a wide range of disciplines and organisational backgrounds. The thing that people within the network have in common, however, and what gives us focus, are the common principles about how and why such research should be conducted. A recognition of the role that research can play in achieving greater social justice and a more equal sharing of power between social groups. There's a common understanding across members of the network and these various disciplines and sectors about the ethical as well as methodological reasons for research that actually models the inclusion that we want to see in society and that privileges the voices and priorities of people who are socially excluded. We've developed a network plan from various workshops that we've held to really look at the activity that the network should do. We've held workshops and seminars, and the conference today we hope will contribute to this, to support people to join forces and pool their expertise and ideas to develop a research agenda and the cross-disciplinary research questions that I've talked about, as well as creative research approaches. Today we want to continue growing the network and contributing towards the critical mass of people who are working to reduce inequality. In the future, we want to provide more capacity building opportunities and learning and teaching opportunities as part of this plan. Other things that people have identified that the network should do is to influence and add value to the existing studies that may not take account of inequality but could usefully do that, and other networks that are already working in similar ways. Management of the network is currently by a steering group that includes people from the different sectors and different disciplinary backgrounds. Many of those people will be chairing and facilitating the sessions today. And we hope again that we can keep this under review and include more people who would like to get involved in running the network. What we really hope the conference today will offer is, first of all, an opportunity to identify what best practice already exists in terms of working across disciplines and sectors. And secondly, what we can identify in terms of how research can be used to reduce social inequalities. We'd really like everybody here today within this gathering of people with so much expertise and experience to help us make recommendations for future research on inequalities so that we can produce a report from the conference on what work in this area or really needs to take account of and what best practice already exists. We'll have a chance to look at that in more detail in the breakout sessions this afternoon, but throughout the day, if any of you have any thoughts about what recommendations we'd like to make about work in this area, either in terms of working across different sectors or in terms of how research can be used to reduce social inequalities, then please do jot down your thoughts. There's a table at the back of the room where we'd like you to really feed into the process and make sure that we capture everything that people have to say. The conference was hopefully also an opportunity to discuss shared interests with other people attending and any new ideas that may arise. And last but not least, we really would like you to join the network. Use the joining sheet inside your delegates packs to give us your details so that we can add you to the membership list and keep you informed about opportunities to get involved. Okay, so I'm going to hand over now to Karen Lucas, who's going to introduce our keynote speaker.